They say the greatest battles are not fought on battlefields or in boardrooms, but within the silent chambers of the human mind. And if you can learn to control that battlefield, you can shape your destiny in ways you never imagined. Every success story, every billionaire entrepreneur, Olympic champion, or visionary leader starts with a single victory inside the mind. The truth is simple, but rarely mastered. Your thoughts create your reality. Your focus directs your future. And your mindset determines how far you'll go. This audiobook will guide you through the art of mastering your mind, the hidden power that lies behind every success story the world has ever known. Picture your mind as the command center of your life. Every decision, every emotion, every outcome begins as an electrical impulse in your brain, triggered by thoughts you allow to exist. Most people let their minds wander like an untrained horse, galloping in random directions, reacting to everything around them. But the successful few, those who rise above the noise, learn to tame that horse, to guide it with clarity, discipline, and unwavering purpose. They don't wake up waiting to feel motivated. They create motivation by mastering their state of mind. That's where true power begins. When you wake up each day, your mind is the first thing you must confront. And yet it's the one thing most people never learn to train. Think about it. We spend years in school learning math, history, and science. But no one teaches us how to think, how to control our inner dialogue, how to silence fear, or how to replace doubt with determination. The result? Millions of people live their lives on autopilot, reacting instead of creating, surviving instead of thriving. But the great ones, the Elon Musks, the Steve Jobs, the Oprah Winfreys, the Michael Jordans, they all discovered the same truth. Success starts with mental control. It begins with deciding who's in charge, you or your emotions. The human mind has two powerful forces, the conscious and the subconscious. The conscious mind is logical, analytical, and aware. It's what you use to make daily decisions. But the subconscious mind, that vast invisible ocean beneath the surface, controls 95% of your behavior. It's where your beliefs, habits, and emotional reactions are stored. The secret to success is learning how to program that subconscious mind to serve your goals instead of sabotage them. Your mind listens to every word you say and every thought you think. When you say I can, your subconscious hears I can and goes to work making it true. But when you say I will, your subconscious begins shifting your energy, focus, and creativity toward making it happen. That's why words matter. That's why self-talk matters. The stories you tell yourself every day either build you or break you. If you constantly think about failure, you'll unconsciously move toward it. But if you consistently focus on success, your mind will start finding ways to make it real. That's not magic, it's neuroscience. You become what you focus on most. Imagine your mind like a garden. Thoughts are seeds, and whatever you plant grows. If you plant fear, you harvest limitation. If you plant faith, you harvest possibility. The most successful people guard their mental garden like their life depends on it, because it does. Every day, they pull out the weeds of negativity. They water the seeds of confidence. And they expose their minds to light, positive people, inspiring books, powerful goals. You cannot expect a positive life with a negative mind. It's like trying to sail east while steering west. Controlling your mind is not about ignoring reality, it's about choosing the perspective that gives you power. Every challenge has two sides. One that breaks you and one that builds you. The difference is what you focus on. When Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb, he didn't see failure. He saw feedback. When Elon Musk was days away from bankruptcy, he didn't surrender. He doubled down. When Oprah was fired from her first television job, she didn't quit. She grew. Their secret wasn't luck, it was mental mastery. They refused to let external chaos control their internal state. They decided that their mind was their kingdom, and nothing could rule it but their own will. To control your mind, you must start by observing it. Notice the thoughts that dominate your day. Are they empowering or draining? Do they move you closer to your dreams or further away? Most people live in a loop of unconscious thinking: worry, doubt, comparison, fear. The key is awareness. Once you're aware of your thoughts, you can begin to change them. Awareness breaks the automatic cycle. The next step is discipline, training your mind daily. Just like an athlete trains their body. Meditation, visualization, journaling, and affirmations are not silly chess. They're mental workouts. When you visualize success clearly, your brain begins to wire new neural pathways that make it easier to achieve it in real life. That's why athletes rehearse victory in their minds before stepping onto the field. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. It simply responds to repetition and emotion. If you feed it a vision often enough, it starts believing it as possible. And once it believes, it will do everything in its power to make it happen. Another key to mastering your mind is emotional control. Emotions are powerful, but they're meant to serve you, not rule you. Anger, fear, and doubt can destroy focus if you let them. When you feel fear, instead of running from it, ask what it is teaching you. Fear often points to growth. It as a compass showing where your next level lies. The most successful people use fear as fuel. They've trained their minds to stay calm under pressure, to see opportunity where others see danger. This emotional resilience is not natural, it is trained. Every time you choose courage over comfort, you strengthen your mental muscles. Every time you act in faith instead of fear, you rewire your brain for success. And every time you persist through pain, you prove to your mind that you're in control, not the other way around. Another secret is environment. Your mind is constantly absorbing information from everything around you: people, media, conversations, music. If you want to control your mind, you must control your environment. Surround yourself with people who inspire, not drain you. Read books that challenge your limits. Listen to voices that push you higher. You can expect to think like a winner if you race surrounded by quitters. Your environment shapes your mindset more than you realize. Protect it fiercely. Then comes the power of purpose. When your mind has a reason to fight, it finds a way to win. People who know why they want something can endure almost anyhow. Purpose fuels focus. And focus is the weapon of mental mastery. Write down your goals. Visualize them. And remind yourself daily why they matter. When distractions come and they will, your purpose pulls you back on track. Controlling your mind doesn't mean life becomes easy. It means you stop being enslaved by chaos. You stop being reactive and start being intentional. You stop drifting and start directing. Every morning, you have a choice. Let your thoughts run wild or command them toward greatness. Choose command. Choose discipline. Choose victory. Remember this truth. Your mind is either your best ally or your worst enemy. Feed it right, and it will build empires. Neglect it, and it will destroy them. Every successful person you admire once stood where you're confused, overwhelmed, uncertain, but they decided that their mind would not be their prison. It would be their power. They learned that success is not a secret. It is a system. And that system begins with thought. Train your thoughts to serve your dreams. Speak only what you want to experience. Refuse to dwell on defeat. Program your subconscious with faith, courage, and relentless focus. Because when your mind believes, your body follows, your habits align, and your destiny unfolds. In the end, mastering your mind is mastering life itself. You can have all the education, resources, and connections in the world, but if your mind is weak, you'll crumble under pressure. Yet if your mind is strong, you can start from nothing and still conquer everything. So today, take back control. Quiet the noise of doubt. Replace every I can with I will. Decide that from this moment forward, you are the master of your thoughts, not their slave. Success isn't out there somewhere, it's already within you, waiting to be unlocked by the power of a disciplined mind. That is the hidden force behind every success story. That is how you master your mind. That is how you master your life.